I'm going to give a brief overview of the gas engine powered hydraulics on my Woodmiser LT40. And so between the bed rails, I've tucked the hydraulic tank. This is a 7-horse Duromax engine. It's electric start. It was like 200 bucks, so it seems like it'll last pretty good. It's been firing up good even in the cold. And I got the hydraulic pump, everything I got from Surplus Center basically. I had to use some fittings just to get it to barely fit around the toe board. Then there's a bracket I just fabbed up to mount everything rigidly to the frame. And in case I have a knobby log, I put this in an armor plate I figured access to protect the cap and smashing into that. Then I run the hoses external from the frame because there's no way in hell this would fit in there. It goes down underneath the rail, and I also have this throttle solenoid, which is what revs the engine up. And so this area is kind of a mess, but I got the fluid coming in, and then the return line, and the return's actually tapped off the top of the tank because they're steel, and as long as the return pressure doesn't somehow like clog up and build up, it'll just blow a hose off, I'm hoping, instead of popping a tank or something stupid. And then the fluid inline goes into this T-fitting, or actually down into this. There's another T-fitting down in there because I have two electric pumps tucked in under there as well, like a normal 40 Super, and I have check valves at each inlet here and here, so that if I want to run just electric, it won't backdrive through this, and if I want to just run the gas, it won't backdrive through this check valve. But it's not too hard to tap into that. But then the wiring's where it gets a little crazy. So this is actually a mode select switch, so I can run just the gas engine or gas and electric. And I only have gas when this is in run, and then I have the starter. And so when this is in run, only the throttle solenoid will click. Unless I put this on, and I'll run both. But I don't want to run the battery down. And then the fancy part is if you listen, or I'll click it. So that turns on, and I'm not touching the valve. It takes 2.5 seconds or so, based on this relay. I got just tucked in here. It's a Hella brand time delay relay. I got it set for 2.5 seconds roughly. That's so that every single time I click these levers up and down, it isn't clicking the throttle solenoid constantly on, off every few seconds, or every second literally. That was actually wearing the cable a little bit while I was doing my test runs before this part actually showed up. And then I just have a circuit breaker to protect the wiring. It's all tapped into the wiring. It's not really worth explaining, but it kind of makes for a mess. But that's how it works. And so fire it up and just I'll give a quick explanation of the two modes. The gas engine I'll use first, and then you'll be able to hear the pump when I run it in electric, and it'll be quite a bit faster. Then electric. Then off electric. The only issue I had there is I gave it a sec in twitching stuff, the throttle shut off, and if you try to load into the motor too quick, it really lugs the hell out of it, especially when the electric pumps are kicking in a few thousand PSI on top of the motor. And so yeah, that's how it all works. I'm hoping it stays reliable, and as long as I don't start blowing hoses in there or on the frame, then I basically have backup hydraulics too. So yeah, just wanted to point out I do have a lot of random crap to my mill. This is actually a super motor with a 2-sheave pulley, and then the non-super motor, because this is originally a non-super. And so I actually have 2-speed up down. I have all my solenoids external mounted because it wouldn't all fit in the box. And then I cut the head here, and so you can just unbolt it. Try to get a shot. These bolts stay, but these ones get unbolted or just backed off, and you can slide the head out 20 inches, do a 46-inch cut on this thing. And so that's actually what tomorrow is. And yeah, that's a big need for this, is I'm always on the hydraulics trying to roll these stupid logs, and rather than kill batteries, kill motors, I'd rather, this isn't going to hate it at all. It's basically a log splitter setup. You can run that all day, no problem. So yeah, that's it.